Can exercise reduce consumption of alcohol? So we're going to talk about something that many of you may have never heard about before today, which is fibroblast growth factor 21. FGF21 is what I'll call it from here on out. And FGF21 is a peptide hormone that is released when we exercise and when we fast. We're going to concentrate on the study that showed that fibroblast growth factor 21 can be induced in the heart muscle with resistance and aerobic training, and it can be released into the skeletal muscle with high intensity interval training. And we did a whole series on exercise and why it was so important. But this study talks about how this fibroblast growth factor, or FGF21, can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, work on receptors in our hypothalamus, and it will help dopamine response in our brain. And dopamine response is like, think reward center in our brain. So when we exercise and release this FGF21 into our heart or our skeletal muscles, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, it activates this reward center, and in a double-blind placebo-controlled study, they actually showed that it greatly reduced the consumption of alcohol. So the authors of the study go on to say that it reduced significantly, I believe is the word they used in the study, significantly reduced the consumption of alcohol versus those who didn't do the exercise to release or didn't get the FGF21 release. So they're looking at it as actually a new, maybe treatment plan for alcohol consumption in people who maybe drink too much or people who just want to stop drinking. And the reason that I think this is so important, we've talked about eating real foods and drinking good quality water from a medical device, but one of the things that is so important about this is, I think most people can agree that smoking is really bad for us, and that we all understand that we probably shouldn't do it. But it seems to be that alcohol has become so accepted as just a general, thing that we do. We maybe do it on the weekends with friends, or in the evenings, people will tell me they use it to sleep. And if you go back and look at the sleep videos, alcohol is one of the things that interferes with sleep more than anything, with quality sleep. It shuts down fat burning. It's a poison to the body. It can cause fatty liver. It's not a good idea. It slows down healing. It creates a lot of issues. It depletes our glutathione, our master antioxidant. So if we can use the idea of this study and know that exercise, different types of exercise, whether it's resistance training, aerobic training, high intensity interval training where you're going really, really hard and you're having trouble breathing, we would call that anaerobic training. They all seem to cause our body to release this growth factor, this FGF21, which can then give us the reward centers in our brain that will reduce the need or the desire for the consumption of alcohol. And I think we can all hopefully agree that, like smoking, if we cannot drink any alcohol, it will certainly help us obtain optimal health, wellness, fitness, where we look our best, feel our best, and think our best. So this study was very interesting, and it'd be interesting to see if additional studies come out on this. But we want to keep you up to date on some of the latest studies and some of the things that you may have never come across, like this fibroblast growth factor 21. See you next week.